So I accidentally made $17,278 selling something that I was already using on a daily basis to create my work. And this whole experience made me realize that the tools and workflows we use on a daily basis are valuable and they can make you money, and a lot of it. So in this video, I'm breaking down how exactly I did this and how you can follow the same steps to create a profitable digital product from something that you're already using. But firstly, let's cover the backstory, which was solving my own problems first. So like many content creators, I struggled to keep my content ideas and scripts organized. I had everything scattered across Google Docs, Apple Notes, and other random apps, which resulted in a bunch of wasted time, missing ideas and scripts, and basically a nightmare workflow. Honestly, it was a mess. So knowing I needed a better system to create my content, I dedicated a few hours on a weekend to learn how to use Notion. And I did this by taking a Skillshare course by Ali Abdal, and in just a few hours, I learned how to organize my content and my life inside of this powerful software. From there, the Consistent Creator template was born, which is an all-in-one solution to plan, script, and organize all of your content. This template was the solution I needed to streamline my content workflow. It has sections to organize your content ideas, script templates, creator resources, goal trackers, a content calendar, and so much more. This system wasn't just keeping me organized, but it also helped me scale my content and grow to over 300,000 followers across social media in just 7 months. That said, I never intended to sell the template, but after going viral multiple times on Instagram, friends of mine began asking how I was managing all of my content. So as a good friend does, I shared the template with them and I started receiving great feedback. And this is the moment I realized that this template could help other content creators. But before I could put it up for sale, there were a few key steps I needed to take. So firstly, refining the product. So I had to make sure the template wasn't just tailored to my content creation workflow and that it could be used by any content creator. So I did this by organizing the template more structurally, adding options to manage content for any social platforms, not just the ones I was using, and uploading step-by-step video trainings showing users how to customize the template to fit their content needs. Next, I wanted early feedback. So before launching it to the public, I gave a free copy to a few content creators to get their feedback and to ensure it would work for their specific workflows. This process allowed me to refine the product and also allowed me to collect testimonials from real people, which helped me build social proof for the product. And once the product had been refined and I was confident to start selling it, I then moved into the sales phase of this process, which first started with developing a pricing strategy. So in the beginning, I started low, charging only $27 for the first version. I did this because even though in my mind, I knew I wanted to charge around $47 for this template, I knew the first version was good, but it wasn't perfect. So by charging half the price, it allowed me to get my first round of customers in the door, which then allowed me to get real-time feedback, which then helped me improve the product even further. Having customers use the template also allowed me to receive more testimonials, which then helped me raise the price to $37, then $41, and eventually $47. After getting clear on the pricing strategy, I then created the infrastructure so that people could even buy the template. So this consisted of creating a template link inside of Notion so that people could duplicate the template once purchased. I also uploaded all the video trainings into a student portal, set up an automated email sequence for customers, and created a sales page to communicate the benefits and features of the product. And if you're interested in learning more about how I created my sales page and why I designed it the way I did, I have a free training that breaks it all down, which you can check out in the description below. Alongside this training, you'll also receive a free digital product launch checklist so that you know the exact steps you need to take to build and launch your own profitable digital product. But now with the pricing strategy and my product infrastructure set up, I then began marketing the Consistent Creator template. So initially I focused on just organic content and specifically on YouTube to drive awareness and sales. And it was this specific video that brought in my first 20 sales of the template. In this video, I covered the entire process of how I gained 91,381 followers in just 30 days. And at the 330 mark, I organically introduced the content planner / workflow that I use to organize all of my content. And at the 601 mark, I included this call to action for viewers to click the link in the description to get their own copy of the template. And I chose to promote the template only on YouTube in the beginning because I didn't want to heavily promote the first version of the product to my larger Instagram or TikTok audiences, since I wanted to gather feedback and improve the template before scaling. That said, even though YouTube was my smallest platform, it turned out to be a goldmine, with this one video alone generating over $9,500 in sales. But as the product improved, I started marketing the template through emails. And my email marketing approach was to provide actionable tips on topics related to creating content consistently. And then at the end, I included a soft call to action to purchase the template. This strategy accounted for about 35% of the total sales of the consistent creator template. That said, as sales became more consistent, I added upsells and bump orders to increase the average order value per customer. These add-ons brought in an additional $15,000 in sales on top of the original $17,000. So if you're selling a low ticket product, which is usually something under $100, I always recommend offering additional products that are related for your customers to purchase. So for example, if you're selling a fitness tracker, you could also offer a macro tracker for people to easily add to their carts when checking out. But now that we know there's a potential 4 to 5 figure product you're already using, here's a step-by-step guide on how to turn it into a sellable digital product. So firstly, identify your product. So to do this, zoom out and look at the tools, workflows, or templates you're already using to streamline your daily workflow. So it could be a budgeting spreadsheet, a social media calendar, or editing presets. And basically anything that helps simplify your workflow or saves you time. So for example, my first ever digital product was photo editing presets that I was already using to edit my photos. But now secondly, make it usable. So once you've found your product, you want to organize and adjust it so it can be used by your target audience. So basically, you want to make sure it's not so customized to your work that no one else could benefit from it. So for example, with the consistent creator template, when I was only using it, this content pipeline, which is the main area where you can plan, script, and organize all of your content, originally only catered to Instagram and YouTube because these were the only platforms I was actively creating on. But I knew if I wanted all creators to be able to use this template, I needed to add all the different platforms and extra tagging systems to help keep everything more organized, which is exactly what I did before I ever sold a copy of the template. From there, you'll also want to add clear instructions and bonus content like training videos to help your customers get the most out of it. But next, get early feedback. So if possible, share your product with industry friends or colleagues and ask for their honest feedback. This step was so crucial for me to refine my product, and it ensured it met my target audience's needs. This step also helps you start collecting written or video testimonials, which in turn will help you get more sales. Next, create additional value. So this step is optional, but I do recommend over-delivering to your customers by adding bonus content, resources, or trainings that complement your product. So for example, the main goal of the consistent creator template is to help creators stay consistent with their content. So some of the training videos I included were how to script viral videos fast, how to batch record content like a pro, how to outsource your video edits, and so much more. I also included bonus resources like video scripting templates, AI prompts to create content faster, and my key gear and software recommendations to create content consistently. And I personally believe that adding these extra bonuses for free help you build a stronger brand and ensure you over-deliver for your customers. And this is probably why I've been able to collect over 250 positive testimonials for the consistent creator template. But the next step in the process is setting up for sales. So here you want to use a platform to host your product, handle payments, and deliver it to customers. And if you're on a budget, I'd recommend just starting out with Gumroad and Loom for your training videos. But if you have a bit more to invest, I personally use an all-in-one solution like Kajabi or Course Creator 360. And basically, these softwares allow you to do everything you need to build, sell, and scale your online creator business. And the beauty of selling digital products is that you can automate the checkout process. So once everything is set up, you can focus all your time on promoting the product rather than the tech side of running a business. But moving on, we have marketing. So whatever product you're selling, you'll want to leverage social media platforms to promote it organically. And depending on your target audience and product, you'll want to use the right platform. So for me, YouTube was a platform of choice because I knew my target audience was there. But if you're selling something more B2B, LinkedIn or Twitter might be better for you. Or if it's a more visual product like editing assets, then maybe Instagram is going to be your platform of choice. So my recommendation is to do some research ahead of time, choose the right platform, and create content showcasing the benefits of your product. Also, always include a clear call to action in your content. But now lastly is iterating and scaling. So once you have a few customers using your product, gather feedback and testimonials. And you can do this by sending emails or hopping on Zoom calls with your customers to ask about their experience with the product, what they love most, and how you could improve it. And if you hear the same feedback consistently, that's a sign to either improve that part of the product or to double down on it. And an example of this is when I was jumping on Zoom calls with my first initial customers, I started to notice that a lot of creators who were purchasing the template were also running newsletters. And they would constantly ask how they could add a newsletter pipeline to the main content pipeline within the template. So after noticing this common problem, I decided to add a newsletter pipeline to the template, and I also created a newsletter scripting template to make it easier for my customers to plan and script their emails. But now, once you've spoken to your customers and improved the quality of your product, you'll then want to start adding upsells and bump orders to increase your revenue per customer. Just something to keep in mind is to make sure these are related products or an extension of your original product. So for example, I offer an ebook on how to start creating content, and my upsells consist of an online community that teaches creators how to improve their content and gives them access to a group that helps them stay consistent. And if they don't take that one, I also offer my done-for-you content agency services. And again, if you want access to a free training that dives deep into how I created my sales page and a free copy of the digital product launch checklist, I've left a link in the description below. But now that we've covered the blueprint to building and selling a profitable digital product, I want to quickly cover some of the key lessons I learned from this experience. So firstly, the workflows and processes we use on a daily basis are valuable and they can make you a lot of money. The second lesson is that if you've solved a problem for yourself, chances are others are struggling with that problem too. And this means you have the knowledge or systems to help them out, and you can charge for that solution. The third lesson I learned is that investing a bit of time to learn a new skill can offer some of the highest returns, and you don't even need to be an expert at the skill to profit from them. So for example, I spent just 4 hours on a Saturday afternoon watching a Skillshare course about Notion. With those 4 hours, I not only solved my own problem, but I also created a product that went on to generate over $17,000. So my challenge to you is to look at what you're already using to make your life easier and consider packaging it into a digital product, because you could be sitting on your next 5-figure idea. With that said, if you want to check out the Consistent Creator template for yourself, you can click here to watch an in-depth breakdown of it. I'll see you there.